Oh, hey guys! How you guys doing? I'm glad you're here. This just landed on my step. I was actually sleeping and I heard Alexa say, "Movement detected at the front door." So, Westcreek HELIOS. I've been getting some requests to review one of these. So I bought one. These are $2.99 here in Canada. And they look kind of cool. I'm not an LP type of guy. Like, I've never had an LP style guitar. But these have, they seem to have some contours on them, like a belly cut and kind of a few different things. So I was curious. I was really curious. So let's get right into this, unbox this baby, see what it's all about. All right, let's do this. Some people drink coffee in the mornings. I drink a fresh berry smoothie. Liquid micronutrients. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here. Here in Amazon, Canada, this was 2-day shipping. I ordered this on Friday or Thursday. I think I ordered this on Thursday of last week, and today we are Monday, October 2nd, and it's a holiday today in PI, which is why I'm doing this. So my kids are at sleepovers. My wife's out getting her hair done. So I'm a free man. So it's guitar demo day. All right. Oh, it's coughing. Oh, there it is. Let's take this sucker out. So we got a tool, we got an Allen key, it's probably a truss rod key, and cheap cable. Wow, they're really in there. They changed their foam. This got to be 3 inches of this stuff in there. It's super thick. So that's good. Good for you, Westcreek. Oh, she's black. Wow. All right, here it is. So yeah, I really like that headstock. I like the graphics on it. It's very classy. You know, I like that. So we got a binded neck, as just like the other Westcreek guitars I've reviewed. The DC and the Revenge, the frets are super nice and rounded. There's no issue with fret sprout there at all. The action on this thing looks pretty low right out of the box. I'll have to check the height. Pickups look like, you know, the typical humbuckers that you would find in a Gibson or Epiphone, I guess, of this nature. Again, super beefy bridge and tailpiece. Looks good. 3 knobs. So it looks like we have probably independent volumes or semi-independent volumes. I would assume that in the middle position, that when you shut one off, like both pickups shut off, just like the old, you know, Gibson wiring of the 70s, 60s or whatever. And 1 tone. So volume, tone. Input jack, probably just standard input jack. So this is kind of a nice finish. It's like a book match quilted maple top. Very subtle. And then it kind of fades into black, you know, around the edges. And then it's black everywhere. Very dusty guitar. So I don't know if the foam box was just dirty, but Yeah, this guitar is covered in dust, so I'll have to clean it. As far as finish goes, let's have a quick look. So, other than the dust, this thing is perfect. No dings, dents that I can see. The neck is awesome. Haven't even checked like relief or curvature or anything like that. The strings are dead center on every magnet of those pickups. So kind of perfect alignment there. That's good. I like that. Just go around. It's kind of a thinner body, I feel. I feel like it's not nearly as thick as a regular LP. So that's all good there. I really like that body contour at the back. That is cool. I like my body contours, man. There is no heel contour on this one. It's just a regular cut. There is a small bevel on the front though, right here. And the whole body, the edge, is beveled down a bit. So I don't know if that comes up in the camera or not. Yeah, I guess so, you can see that. So there's about an inch of kind of contoured, I don't know what you want to call it, beveling kind of going on, just to give you that little, when you're standing up playing, that little angle really helps, stop a guitar from digging into your forearm. Like especially after like a 3-hour gig, when, as opposed to the body being square, like the Telecasters or like the LPs, when you have these little contoured edges, it really helps. And I've noticed that on the Musi Fusions and the Musi Capricorns. Neck pocket. So perfect. Just like all the other ones. Like there's no glue or sloppiness. It's really well done. So yeah, this thing just out of the box is really nice. These tuners are unbranded. I don't know if they're made in-house or if they just order them from somewhere, but these are some of the smoothest tuners I've ever felt. There's no slop in them at all. And they're so smooth. It's almost like there's no resistance in the gear. It's just, I don't know. Like even my Musis, which I really like, some of the tuners are like stiff and they're kind of hard to turn, but they're dialed in and they hold tune fine. But these hold tune too, but they're super smooth. I don't get it. I don't know. You'd think something that good would have a brand name on the back, but anyway, I'm impressed with these tuners. Good job there, Westcreek. These knobs again feel really good. And just like the other Westcreek guitars, they're not loose feeling. They have some resistance to them, and they have that high quality feel to them. I don't know much about these top hat style knobs, but to me, these look kind of cool. They're not the transparent types. Well, you know what? They sort of are. Look, if you look at the top, you can see kind of right through them there at the top. But they have the chrome insert and then the black bell bottom, which I find kind of matches the guitar. So I wouldn't change those. And again, I'm not an LP guy, but this feels really good. Maybe I will be an LP guy by the time I'm done this. We'll see. Anyway, let's just get right into this. Let's just plug it in and make sure all the electronics work and stuff. All right, so before we plug it in, I'm going to obviously tune it, and we might as well check the intonation. So I thought I'd do this with you guys so we all see how good it is out of the box. Well, I got some sitar sounds coming from the B string. Wow, that's really annoying. What is that? Must be the nut. Must be something in the nut. Let's check. Oh, the intonation's off. So everything has to go back. Yep. Yep. That's sharp. So, well, that one's pretty close. So the A string's pretty much bang on. And the E string's bang on too. So the small E, B, G, and D strings, the strings have to be lengthened because the fretted note are all sharp. The acoustics are really good. The nut's not binding, obviously. Still tuned, and I haven't stretched these strings. Let's do that right now. Okay, I'm going to stretch these strings, retune, and plug in. Going to leave the intonation as is, and we'll see how it plays. All right, so this is just guitar in amp. I'm using a Quilter Tone Block 202. So it's like a 200 watt head inside of my Quilter block dock, which has a Celestion neodymium 300 watt speaker in there. If you can hear, there's like no noise coming out of this, and I'm facing the amp. The amp is right behind the cell phone. So there is no noise at all from these pickups. Hey! Hey! I'm resonating the strings, but there's no microphonic noises coming from the pickups. Hey! 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 Oh, maybe a little bit from the neck one. Hey! 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 I don't know. Don't hear much. All right. Let's check this out. So this is cleans. Strings are still stretching. Now I know I do not play properly for these kinds of guitars. These telly riffs are kind of out of place in on LP, I guess, but. These things play like effortlessly. Just like any guitar I've bought, whether it's like Musi or whether it's Ert or whether it's Westcreek or whether it's IYV, the strings that they come with, they suck. Like they feel, can you hear that? Like they feel dry and gritty, right? Like so that right there is like a downside to the. And when you're testing out a guitar, you almost need to change the strings first to get a true representation of what the pickups can do. Because these strings are terrible. Like they're just bad. But I mean, you know, the guitar's been built, set up, whatever at the factory, then shipped overseas, stored in an Amazon warehouse for God knows how long. Temperature changes, humidity changes. Like that's just the nature of the beast, right? And most of these companies know that most people who buy guitars have their preferred brand type, you know, gauge of string. So they're not going to spend a lot of money on strings on their guitars when they know that they're going to be pretty much ruined by the time buyer gets a guitar anyway, and they're going to be changed, right? So it's just the nature of the beast. Middle pickup. Oh, I like that. Guitar is really easy to fret. You notice the little pitchiness of the intonation that's not dialed in. Neck pickup. Neck pickup is pretty good, and it's down quite a bit more than the bridge. But when you look at the distance from the top of the pickup to the string, there's not a whole lot of difference there, I guess. It's just because of the way these guitars are set up. The necks are tilted back, to the body. And so therefore, the strings follow a slanted direction to the nut and the tuners from the bridge. So just makes sense, I guess. So I'll do another review of this with pedals, just to give you another, to give you an idea. But this is getting a little long, so I want to keep it as short as I can. So this is with full overdrive on the Quilter. Wow, this is cool. This is fun to play. Stretching. Set up just like it is, and the way it feels, I would go play a gig with this, like just as is, without changing anything. I would change the strings, but I'm talking about guitar like setup, and I would probably tweak the intonation, mind you. I'm not hearing a whole lot of pitchiness from this. A little bit like in open chords. But when you're doing like lead stuff, you can't really tell that it's out. One thing I always forget when I play these, like these types of guitars, the 24 and 3/4 inch scale guitars, is how easy they are to play. And I don't realize it until later. So all through the video I've been saying, wow, this thing plays really well. And that's why. I always notice that my small fingers are just so dialed in to 24 and 3/4 inch scale. But I've never liked Gibsons. I've just never liked that style of guitar. I don't like how big and heavy they are. I don't like how... I've just never liked them. A bunch of friends of mine that I've played with bands with, they had them, and I could never get into a Gibson. I always preferred the Tele style or a Strat style. But you can't get those unless you get a Jaguar or some kind of Mustang that has a 24 inch scale. I find those actually almost too small, but it's hard. Like, I wish someone made a Telecaster. Hey, so Westcreek or Musi or or like somebody, one of you guys needs to put out a 24 and 3/4 inch scale Telecaster. Like, because there aren't any that are readily available. And I think a lot of us Tele players would buy them. So put one out, make it a good one, and watch your sales go whoop through the roof. I'll guarantee you it would sell. Alright, middle position with some drive. The action is higher than I would personally like it at the 12th fret. I don't feel like I'm struggling with high action. Fret buzz on this at all. I can't even reach it. It's hard to reach the high frets on this. Typical LP, I guess. I know I showed it, but I don't think I mentioned it. Check out the inlays on this. These are nice. They're like I don't know, kind of like a pearl, or maybe even abalone inlays. I don't know. I think it's more of like a pearloid type inlay. But yeah, very classy. I like it. Looks cool. Really well. You don't feel them at all. That's great. The nut is obviously, it works because the strings aren't really binding. But to me, it looks like those string notches are pretty narrow. I might try and widen them up. But yeah, anyway. And some drive with the neck, or with the bridge. Oh, that's kind of nice, actually. thing is slick. Wow, that's really cool. And yes, let's check. So we got independent volumes. Yeah, you can dial them out. But then when you go right to the bottom, boop, it's like an off switch. But then as soon as you turn it on, so here, right, I'm turning my my neck pickup off. So as soon as you turn it on, only the bridge is on. That's the bridge. But then when you dial it in, you can get some neck in there. And same thing, I guess I can dial down my bridge. And then when I bring it on, it's just like a small little tweak, tweak. Then I just have the neck. So there is a little bit of kind of dullness to the pickups when in the middle position when you dial one out completely. So this is the neck pickup engaged in the middle position. But then when I flick to the actual neck, it becomes clearer. Then you can dial in some, some bridge. Oh, and the tone. The tone's very nice, very subtle. It's not like this big drop all of a sudden. This is full tone. Let's go on the bridge, it'll be more noticeable. So here's full tone. There's no tone. Right, so it's very it's very sensitive. Like every turn of the dial, you hear different. It's good. It's cool. It's good. Well, there it is, the Westcreek HELIOS. First look. Join me in the second video. I'm going to take these strings apart. We're going to do an under the hood. We're going to take these cavities off. We're going to have a look to see what's in there, what kind of components are in there. I suspect full-size pots and a real toggle switch, like not the little box types. And that's about it. There's clearly no fret leveling that needs to be done. I will lower the action a bit, put some fresh strings on there. I will give this a conditioning and a polish. And I have a gig coming up on Thursday evening, and I think I will be grabbing this thing just to be different. I think it'll be neat. So yeah, so stay tuned. I'll let you know, if we're dealing with 4-wire pickups, maybe you can split these, but not these pots, obviously. But I don't know. I don't know much about these, but I'll tell you, they are one comfortable LP to play. Holy smokes. I like it a lot. Westcreek, good job. Good job on this. I'm impressed. As a tele guy, I gotta say, I like this a lot. So you guys take care. God bless. And I'll keep you posted on this thing.